Welcome to 5 and 5 from One Stop Co-op Shop, where I discuss 5 key elements of a game in about 5 minutes. I'm Michael Kelly, and today we're looking at Pax Pamir 2nd Edition. Quick disclaimer that I did get a review copy of this game. Specifically, I'm going to be talking today about the solo mode, with a bot designed by Ricky Royal. So is the intrigue and war engaging? Is the bot a challenging opponent? Let's find out and get to the list. Number 5 is a pro for me, and that's the money you spend to take many of the actions in the game and the fact that it is a closed economy. So to begin with, there are only 4 rupees per player in the game, and except for a few card effects, that's all you'll ever have. And these resources will go on cards in the market as you take certain actions or buy cards, and you can try to corner the money in the game and kind of pool it for yourself, or sometimes you can get very poor as the AI grabs everything. Now, this never completely shuts you out of being effective. You can always buy cheap cards and still accomplish a lot, but there is a nice give and take of trying to keep the money for yourself, but also spending big on certain actions and hoping the AI doesn't grab up the card that has that money and suddenly become super rich. My next pro is the card variety in both the court cards and the event cards that come out in the market. You have a huge stack of these court cards, but only about half of them are used in a given play of the solo mode. And this can have really far-reaching effects on the type of game you'll play each time. Some regions will be way more in play than other games because of their prevalence in the deck. Some games might be more army-focused, some games might be more spy-focused. It all depends on the cards that come out. So having that variety in which cards are actually in the deck and are in play is a lot of fun. Add on that you use 6 events in the game that also get mixed into this market, and those can have far-reaching implications in your strategy and tactics. Number 3 gets into my first mix. It does lean pro for me, but I do want to point out the things that might bother some players, and that's the AI. In terms of things that might be concerning for players, especially new players, although the AI rules are fairly simple, they do go along with the player rules and add some other considerations on top, which could be challenging to learn. The AI has several different ways of determining their priority for actions. Sometimes they use one list, sometimes they use another, sometimes they throw those out and do something else entirely. Another potential concern is that the AI is definitely a force of chaos and does things that might seem completely random, like even destroying their own cards sometimes. And that can lend the game a bit of a feeling of swinginess in the difficulty. But on the pro side of things, once you've played, I would say 3 or 4 games, the AI turns move incredibly quickly, and they're generally very easy to resolve. Number 2 is a big pro, and that's the tableau building and the tough action selections in the game. So generally speaking, you only get 2 actions per turn, and your main actions are to buy cards from the market and to play them into your tableau. But once you play cards into your tableau, they will have 1 or more actions on them, and there's a pretty small subset of actions, but some cards will let you do them in a more powerful version than others, so you do get a pretty wide range of options available to you as you progress through the game. On top of that, there are 4 suits in the game, and at any given time, one of them is the favored suit, and all cards matching that suit can use their action for free, not counting as one of your 2 actions. So I love the fact that the turns are very quick to resolve. Again, often you're only doing 2 actions, but also that things become more complicated and combos become more a reality as you fill up your tableau. We're going to end on a final pro, and it's a bit of a more nebulous one, but it's the feeling of shifting focus and shifting alliances in the game. So first, as I already noted with the variety in cards, sometimes the things that you want to focus on will change based on what's available. Spies might be a big thing, or Wakan the AI might be really hammering you in the army front, and you need to tactically respond to them while also potentially building up your own focus. But these fun interplays are possible because of the interesting spheres that the game forces you to look at. First, you've got the building of your tableau and the enemy's tableau and the actions available to it, and you can mess with each other by putting spies in, which is another sphere because the spies can contribute to victory. They can also make certain actions cost more money. And then you've got this fascinating board state where you can put tribes down to control territories, which will make certain cards cost more. And then you've got these armies and these roads moving around, but none of them are you. You'll be allied to one, but you can change your alliance to another, and if one of them is way ahead of the others, it totally changes the victory points in the game and how you win. It's a consistently engaging and tense puzzle. What do I want to focus on? What do I want to respond to? Where do I want to earn my victory points? So overall, the solo play in Pax Pamir has been a delight, and I'm not surprised. Root is one of my favorite recent games, and this is the same designer, and Cole is just knocking it out of the park in my opinion. And Ricky Royal also did a great job of creating an AI that is fairly easy to learn and very quick and smooth to play once you get the basics down. The game is tense, there are incredibly tough choices on every turn, there's a lot of variety each time you play in terms of how the game looks and what the priorities are. Now you might not enjoy this game if you don't want the potential randomness from the AI, if you don't want to learn kind of their priority lists and work through the choices they're going to make. Also, if you're not into the idea of shifting alliances and being with the British one moment and then totally dropping all of that and jumping over to the Afghan forces. But for me, Pax Pamir 2nd Edition is a huge recommend. This is one that I would totally support buying just for the solo play. Usually for these kind of games, I say, hey, if you're not going to play competitive, it's not really worth it. But this one, totally worth it. Now, competitive is fun as well. It's very cutthroat. The people I played with did not enjoy it consistently because they were like, I think you just need to play the game more to appreciate it. But solo, huge hit, total recommend for me. Good gaming, everyone, and I'll see you at the next stop.